November 30th. You are listening to Weather with Enthusiasm. Deep low pressure system over Ontario will continue to move northeast today. This will drag a cold front also east, moving away from the area. Along the front, there will be continued areas of precipitation, although less instability today than what existed yesterday. There remain severe thunderstorm warnings even this morning over parts of Florida, and there still is some tornado potential. The tornado outbreak yesterday took place over in Mississippi and Louisiana, and even parts of Alabama. Severe thunderstorms reported in parts of Tennessee. A much colder air mass is filtering into the region. For today, however, this is going to be short-lived as winds turn around and become strong out of the south quickly, and temperatures warm rather nicely. The next strong, sharp cold front comes in Friday late in the day, bringing much colder air back into the region for Shabbos on Saturday. And Sunday. We have another very cold air mass coming in on Tuesday or Tuesday night. The chances of precipitation with all three of those systems doesn't look to be too good. Nothing that significant right now, says the National Weather Service. From this point on, we're now going to hear extracts from yesterday's live broadcast, but we're only going to hear the parts that had to do with the snow, because most of those advisories are still in effect. Some of them are even in effect all the way through Friday. The tornado warnings are no longer in effect. However, there are some severe thunderstorm warnings even today, this morning, Wednesday morning, that are still in effect. The 3 o'clock Zulu International Time, or 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time here in Chicago, shows a low pressure system located over Lake Superior. Of 29.24. The cold front associated with this low pressure system is by East Lake Michigan. It has passed through the Chicago area, and it's right over north central Indiana. It's south of St. Louis, Missouri. It's right along the Boot Hill, and Memphis remains south of the front. We have a temperature right now in Kansas City, Missouri. It looks like it might be 28 degrees there, and the temperature in Cape Girardeau, Missouri is 60 degrees. Those are not exact temperatures, but this is what the European computer model is showing. So I don't know if this is information that people plugged into it or not. But either way, though, you could see the enormous temperature difference with this front from one part of Missouri to the next. We have temperatures are all the way down into the mid-20s when you go into the northwest parts of the state of Missouri, and temperatures are in the 60s as you go into the southern portions of Missouri. Looking at dew points are like in Memphis, Tennessee, they have a dew point of 62 degrees. When you go all the way down to New Orleans, you get dew points into the upper 60s. There might even be some 70-degree dew points over there. The dew points gradually drop, and you get into like Nashville, Tennessee, you have a dew point of 60 degrees. The dew point's already down into the 30s in the St. Louis area, and the much lower dew points are headed towards the Chicago area as well. The rest of the podcast is reading straight from the National Weather Service website. We do have from Buffalo, New York, an urgent winter weather message. A lake effect snow warning remains in effect from 8 p.m. Wednesday to 7 p.m. Thursday. Yay! Heavy lake effect snow is expected. Total snow accumulation of 8 to 16 inches. Yay! In the most persistent lake snows across the Tug Hill Plateau, with 4 to 8 inches for surrounding lower elevations. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour will produce extensive blowing and drifting snow. This is for the eastern Lake Ontario region, the greatest accumulations across Tug Hill Plateau. This is from 8 p.m. Wednesday to 7 p.m. Thursday. The impacts travel could be very difficult at times. Areas of blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. The hazardous conditions will impact the morning commute on Thursday. Heavy snow will fall in relatively narrow bands. If traveling, be prepared for rapidly changing road conditions and visibilities. And that is the only lake effect snow warning in our country right now. Probably the most serious warning here is actually the avalanche warning. This is an immediate broadcast requested, 2:28 p.m. today. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Colorado Avalanche Information Center. We have an avalanche warning for Elk Mountains and West Elk Mountains. A dangerous avalanche conditions Tuesday, November 29th and Wednesday, November 30th. The impacts: dangerous avalanche conditions exist in the back country. Heavy snow and strong winds will result in widespread avalanche activity. Human-triggered avalanches are very likely. Avoid travel on and under all steep slopes. Travel in avalanche terrain is not recommended. An avalanche is probably the most dangerous. We do have a winter storm watch in effect. 6:58 p.m., the Billings, Montana National Weather Service issued a winter storm watch in effect Wednesday afternoon through Friday afternoon. Heavy snow, total accumulations 10 to 18 inches possible. This includes the locations of Cook City. This is for the Absaroka and Beartooth Mountains from Wednesday afternoon through Friday afternoon. Recreation in the high country could be impacted by heavy accumulating snow and strong mountaintop winds. Heaviest snow will fall on southwest aspects, including the mountains around Cook City. Monitor the latest forecast for updates on this situation. We have an urgent winter weather message from the Great Falls, Montana National Weather Service for Little Belt and Highwood Mountains, including the following locations: Kings Hill, Pass, Monarch, and Nehart. Winter storm watch remains in effect from late Wednesday night through Friday morning. Heavy snow is possible. Total snow accumulations between 5 and 10 inches, with winds gusting as high as 35 miles per hour for Little Belt and Highwood Mountains. This is from late Wednesday night through Friday morning, says the National Weather Service. Albany, New York is issuing an urgent winter weather message. A winter storm watch in effect from Wednesday evening through Thursday evening. Heavy lake effect snow is possible. Total snow accumulations of 4 to 8 inches possible. Wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. This is for northern Herkimer County in New York. From Wednesday evening through Thursday evening, travel could be very difficult. Avoid areas of blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. Heaviest snowfall accumulations are expected near and north of Route 28. An urgent winter weather message from the National Weather Service of Boise, Idaho. A winter storm watch in effect from Thursday afternoon through late Thursday night. Heavy snow and blowing snow possible. Total snow accumulations up to 6 inches. This is in Idaho, southwest highlands and OE Mountains. And in Oregon, it's for the Malheur County zone. This is again from Thursday afternoon through late Thursday night. Travel could be very difficult. Lots of winter weather messages over here. And we have winter storm warnings in effect. Marquette, Michigan This includes the cities of Eastern Standard Time. The impacts from this will be very difficult travel. Patchy blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. The hazardous conditions could impact the morning and evening commutes. Gusty winds could bring down tree branches. If you must travel, the National Weather Service says to keep an extra flashlight, food, and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency. We have a winter storm warning in effect for this other area. This is in effect for Ontonagon and Ironwood, and only 1 to 3 inches of snow is forecasted. We spoke about this at a previous podcast. The thing is that the winds will be gusting as high as 40 miles per hour, and the warning is in effect until 7 a.m. Wednesday. Plan on slippery road conditions. The hazardous conditions could impact the morning commute. And then for Gaylord, Michigan, another classic lake effect snow event for them. Winter storm warning from 7 a.m. Wednesday to 7 a.m. Thursday. Heavy lake effect snow and blowing snow expected. Total snow accumulations will be 3 to 7 inches, with locally higher amounts possible, with gusts up to 55 miles per hour. The preceding rainfall and rapidly falling temperatures may lead to a flash freeze on area roadways Wednesday morning into the afternoon. We have, for Green Bay, Wisconsin, they have issued an urgent winter weather message. The headline to this winter weather message, first of all, it was issued less than an hour ago, 8:03 p.m. Moderate to heavy snow is expected across portions of north central Wisconsin this evening. A low pressure system will bring moderate to heavy snowfall to north central Wisconsin this evening and then taper off. The snow will mix with rain at times. This affects the cities of Eagle River and Lac du Flambeau. Winter storm warning remains in effect until midnight Central Standard Time. Light to moderate snow with additional snow accumulations up to 1 inch. This is for Vilas County until midnight. If you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency. Urgent winter weather message in regards to the Twin Cities in Minnesota, issued 7:12 p.m. This includes the cities of Rice Lake and Hudson. Winter storm warning remains in effect until 9 o'clock p.m. this evening, which means it expires right now. Snow will be ending across the region for Barron and St. Croix counties, but for Duluth, Minnesota, the winter storm warning remains in effect until midnight tonight, with additional snow accumulations this was issued at 7:08. Additional snow accumulations of up to 1 inch. In Fairbanks, Alaska, blizzard conditions at times. Total accumulation 6 to 8 inches, winds 50 miles per hour. This is for the Chukchi Seacoast. From noon today to 6 p.m. Wednesday, a whole bunch of stuff for the Seattle, Washington area. Winter storm warning remains in effect until 4 p.m. Wednesday for areas above 1,000 feet. This is from this National Weather Service in Seattle, Washington for much of the Cascades. Heavy snow is expected, total snow accumulations of 1 to 2 feet in the high elevations and 6 to 12 inches in the valleys, winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. This is for the Cascade Mountains and valleys of Whatcom and Skagit counties, including the Mount Baker ski area, Cascade Mountains and valleys of Snohomish and King counties, including Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, and Cascade Mountains and valleys of Pierce and Lewis counties, including the Crystal Mountains ski area, Paradise on Mount Rainier, Randall, and Packwood. This is in effect until 4 p.m. Wednesday. More warnings in the 1 to 2 feet area, and then Fairbanks, Alaska has some of its own, some more warnings. Here's the Portland, Oregon, 3 to 6 feet, inches, 1 to 3 feet above 3,500 feet in northern Oregon Cascades, including the cities of Government Camp, Detroit, and Santiam Pass. It's a 1 to 3 feet over there. And then we have lots of heavy snow. You have been listening to the podcast Weather with Enthusiasm. Just Google Weather with Enthusiasm, and they're all going to come up. We will now hear the Weather with Enthusiasm trailer, 1 minute long. We have a powerhouse typhoon which has developed off in the Pacific Ocean. A big shockaroo to many of you. This is especially true in regards to what's going to be going on in Alaska. We have parts of the world that are so hot right now. Temperatures are expected to go into the low 130s. We have blazing heat that's coming out of Pakistan right now, blowing into the India area. These are called the Lu winds. We have a remarkable weather pattern change that's going to be taking place over the next few days. We're going from one extreme to the next extreme. We have a very exciting development. This is called a November witch. Snow squalls with whiteout conditions expected for parts of Gaylord, Michigan. And listen to this from the National Weather Service. Several more additional feet of snow is expected by Monday morning. When there's intense weather, that's a time of celebration. Just Google Weather with Enthusiasm, and they're all going to come up.